Hello, welcome back to the Project Hercules Diaries. The engine is together once again, but it is together as an empty shell. So you can see straight through the cylinder. There is no sleeve fitted and there is no piston inside there. The timing cover is off and you can see inside that Bob's made a mandrel to emulate the crankshaft. The Jubilee clip there is to stop it falling through that way into the out of the case, and the bearings are the main bearings off the timing side, but they fit quite nicely in the drive side. This plate here is just to stop the bearing falling out towards us, and around the other side you can see that we've shaped the end of this mandrel in exactly the same manner as the end of the crankshaft. So the idea being that we can put the drive sprocket on for the Dynastart, and then we can fit the Dynastart to the engine and make sure that everything lines up for starting the bike. That needs to be done in the frame, so the next job is to put the whole thing back into the frame. So I'm going to teleport over now and have a look at the frame, and the next job is to put the engine in. The other thing we'll do, now that we've got the right size gasket and the right height of the engine, is to make the head steady. So the top of the engine is attached to the frame as well. All of these things we could just finally assemble the whole thing and then put it in, but it's much heavier to do that. And if we come across any reason at all why we would have to disassemble the engine, we'd be a little bit upset about that, to say the least. So it's much easier to lift and to manhandle without any internals in, without a great big heavy crankshaft assembly in. So that's what we're going to do. So it goes into the frame, back out of the frame, into the frame, out of the frame, no doubt quite a few times. Last week, if you remember, we put these cases into the frame just to make sure that they would fit, because we have two sets of engine cases. One set went to the fabricator's raw steel choppers to make the frame, and this set, because they've been sort of marked out by hand, they were very, very close. Actually, we did well there. They were very, very close. There wasn't much filing to be done on the frame, and I'm going to teleport over there now and we'll have a look at the frame with no engine in. There she blows. I'm getting the hang of this teleporting. Just makes you ever so slightly queasy, and with a hangover that makes it ever so slightly worse. Anyway, I digress. So here is the frame. You can see the left hand engine place, which is welded in situ. There's a couple of frame rails just to support the engine as well, so there's a lot of strength in there. The engine goes in from the right hand side of the bike as you're sat on it looking at it. So the engine comes in from the right, then the other plate gets bolted to the outside of the engine, then the bolts go through all the way around. So there's a lot of strength in there. I don't have any issues at all with that side of it. At the top of the bike we have the head steady, and that head steady there, we don't have anything manufactured yet to hold the top of the engine, because the engine that went off to the frame builders was a little bit taller, as we were planning to use a different base gasket at that point. So the next job is to put the engine in the frame. I wonder if I can teleport the engine into the frame. That would save a load of time, wouldn't it? Never tried that before. I'll give that a go. Stand by, and I'll tell you if it works. Oh, it worked. Fantastic. Right, just off to fit some plates now and get fitting the Dynastart and the head steady. More updates will follow as usual. Thank you for watching.